Hello everyone, Madiha signing in from the platform of 101 Incredible Women of Pakistan. I'm very thrilled to introduce my today's guest, Dr. Sania. She's the director of Business Incubation Center at Punjab University. Let's go and meet her because normally when we talk about Punjab University, तो हमें आता है कि बहुत हमारा एक legendary institute है, हमारे grandparents, हमारे uncles, aunts, they talk about a lot related to this university. लेकिन वहाँ business के हवाले से प्रैक्टिकली क्या क्या हो रहा है हम डॉक्टर सनिया से मिलके जानते हैं. अस्सलाम वालेकुम.
Assalamu alaikum ji. Thank you very much for inviting me.
Lovely meeting you, Sania.
Thank you so much.
And I'm loving the color you're wearing today.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
So Sania, while we were talking off the camera, I was really very amazed and surprised, and you held my attraction even more. That we are doing a lot more than we know, and then normally it's not a talk of the town कि पंजाब यूनिवर्सिटी में इतना ज़्यादा इतना novel काम हो रहा है, इतना latest technologies के साथ हो रहा है. I mean, listening to you have opened a right new avenue for me that I've come to know. अच्छा ये भी, and I really appreciate here and that you were talking about that it is all very much synchronized. That firstly it's theoretical work, then you do your research work, what is required, what is not, and then field work, and then it's not specifically like commercialized institutes. It's totally based upon what is the demand of the country.
Yes,
so
absolutely.
how it all started, I mean, looking at you, very young, very energetic, and yet holding a lot of strings in your hands. How it all started?
It all started with me doing an MBA.
Right.
I did my MBA from IBA Punjab University, and I also had this mindset or spirit of wanting to serve the society as well. So I didn't decide to go and work in the corporate sector. I decided to do something which would give back to the society. So I decided to come to the teaching field. Fortunately, I was...
And who is responsible for this mindset? I mean, was there any background that you were carrying with you, or it was your own personal instinct?
Yes, absolutely. Both my parents, my mother worked a lot in the education sector.
Right.
She was director and vice chancellor of University of Education, and she is a UN laureate for her contributions to education.
Amazing.
She was always also given Azaz-e Fazilat for her contributions to education work. So
it was something in your blood.
Yes, it was something that we had seen. I'm not sure about the blood, but we'd seen happening it all around us when we grew up as children, and then we saw. My father was also a professor and dean of law, so we saw that, and both of them, they were working in Punjab University, so we saw them enthusiastically working for building up institutions, building up new departments and all that.
I mean, it's very comfortable to hear that. It's like Punjab University, like home to you. Your parents were associated with that, and
Yes.
you carried that legacy with you.
Alhamdulillah,
I mean, you held it tight.
I feel so lucky and I feel so blessed that I've been able to, and I got the opportunity as well as some skills and abilities
Right.
to be able to carry forward the torch. Which was something like an ideal for me. I did my MBA. I was offered a job in Standard Chartered Bank. I did my internship over there, and I was offered a job over there. But I did not.
But it
decide
never,
to
I
go
mean,
over there.
tilted your focal point or your area.
Yes,
of
and then
interest.
it is also because of my teachers.
Again, Sania,
Um,
now when you were doing your internship and you were exposed to the practical life, and you see that you are able to earn a lot of money
Yeah.
by the end of the day.
Yeah.
But why was that you never got deviated from the parameters you set for yourself?
I was just telling that it was also because of my teachers, my very, very good teachers, they who were able to inspire me at that time. I used to give presentations, and I used to talk in the class and participate. I was also very much active in the co-curricular activities. I would arrange events and all that. So my teachers they actually pointed it out maybe it was not something which I realized, or my parents never they told me that this is the career that you've got to adopt, this is the discipline that आपने doctor बनना है या engineer बनना है या MBA करना है. They never told me what to do or what career to take up. They told me that it's your decision and whatever you want to do. But it was my teachers who saw that in me, and they told me that you can be a very good teacher.
So they encouraged you,
They
and you
encouraged
actually
me.
got an opportunity to be in hands of the real teachers.
Yes, absolutely. So that is something which actually guided and give the
And I'm
orientation
sure
to my mind.
watching you and listening, whatever you are saying, they must have given them, I mean, a moment of pride, and they must be feeling
Alhamdulillah.
high of themselves.
Yes, I'm sure that I've been able to deliver something which can make my teachers proud of what I've been able to do. But it is all because
Now
of
you
the blessings.
are a teacher yourself.
Yeah.
And now you are in their shoes.
Yeah.
Do you do the same? Do you follow the footsteps, whatever had been happened to you? You see, analyze your students and filter out कि मैं इसको इस तरफ लगा दूँ, इसमें ये बहुत बड़ा नैग है, ये कर सकता है, वो ये कर सकती है, इसकी ये strength, उसकी वो strength.
Well, yes, I try to do that, and particularly the job that I'm doing as Director of Business Incubation Center, we are working with entrepreneurs. We are facilitating them. We are giving them opportunities to network, to investment, to market. We connect them with the right kind of people.
Right.
So it is very important for me to do my job effectively, to be able to analyze people and their talents, and particularly because my PhD is also it is in organizational psychology. So I have read a lot about psychology.
Will you elaborate? I mean, what is since you have completed your doctorate degree in that. So
Yeah.
what is this all about? I mean, can you please elaborate on this?
Yeah, I did my PhD from University of Glasgow in a broad area of business management, but my thesis
While
was
you were moving abroad at the time, I mean, weren't your parent a bit, I mean, concerned that she's going alone? बेटी को भेज रहे हैं, क्या होगा? Survive कर सकेगी? You knew
I
yourself?
wasn't going alone.
अच्छा.
When I went for my PhD, I had an entire family. I was married.
Oh,
I had a small daughter.
That makes sense now.
Yeah, and they all came with me.
All right.
We
So it was a
moved
family
together.
package, yeah.
Yes, exactly. We moved together. I never compromised on keeping my family together. That was also a very difficult decision because I was not able to get admission somewhere where I could take along my family because of the constraints of resources, financial resources, and how we're going
And
to
again, carrying your
yes,
family
absolutely.
with you.
So, but I didn't. I got opportunities in various universities where I could go alone, but I did not give that up. But I didn't compromise on keeping my family together. So I always made it sure that my family does not suffer because of my career. So I took them along.
So you held tightly that particular part of womanhood, that you never compromised on your duties, being a mother or being a family member,
Definitely
family, I mean, parasol, and then you took your professional life.
I took them
both.
along. Yeah, I took them along, and I did my PhD from University of Glasgow. My PhD thesis was basically about positivity.
Right.
It was based on a discipline of positive psychology and positive organizational scholarship, and I evaluated.
It sounds very interesting.
It's absolutely interesting, and the whole discipline is something which must be.
Do you think any changes in yourself before starting that doctorate course or after you have completed?
Definitely. If you do your PhD with some real passion, your PhD is about something which is really close to your heart. So it is something which I felt very much.
It's not only giving you the title of doctor attached with your name, but it has shaped your personality.
Yes, absolutely. PhD is a lifelong journey. It is a life-changing journey if you actually do it with the spirit. So yes, the work that I did and the things that I studied, they transformed my personality. They made me a lot more positive, a lot more optimistic, a lot more, somebody who would take an initiative with a lot of confidence, having a lot of faith. Because these are the things that we talk about in the positivity literature.
Right. Influencing others.
But influencing others with good intentions, influencing others with gratitude, with passion, with love,
with hope
giving,
that they can do
with with generosity, with giving. And what we did was what was important about this discipline is that it is something which is scientifically backed. Right. Usually we talk about these things in the moral approaches, but
in the books, in the stories, in the dramas,
absolutely.
In the movies.
But science doesn't talk about love and gratitude and generosity. That is something which can actually come back to you. But what we do in the positivity literature is that we explore it and we scientifically prove it that doing good is actually something which gives it gives you back. It gives organizations back. If organizations, they contribute to society to do things good, if they have a culture which is a culture of learning and generosity and giving, over there people thrive. So it's like upward spirals. So you do one good thing, 10 good things come after.
They will be coming back to you.
They will come back and they will grow. They will grow more. So even a good smile can, if you get a good smile in the morning from your boss or from your colleague, that charges up your day.
Definitely,
so
agreed.
That is something which I worked on, and it is something which I was really passionate about. It was something which
and this is something which is never ending.
It's never ending. Yes.
The more you're going to do, the more it's going to grow.
Absolutely, yes. Knowledge is also something which is never ending. So wherever you try to find the truth and you try to find the knowledge, that is a path which is not
lead you a lot of.
People usually feel that once you've got a PhD, you're a know-all. It's actually a start of the journey of the quest of knowledge.
It's very fulfilling that you're doing something out of the world. Now, Sania, coming back to Pakistan, wasn't it a difficult decision? Now you went abroad, now you have got exposure to all the resources, better resources and everything.
Well, it's all
how
about...
do you work on that?
Yeah, I was given a scholarship by Punjab University and by the Higher Education Commission of Pakistan. So it was my responsibility to come back. And it was told to us, and it was it was ingrained in our spirit that we've got to come back, and we've been given this scholarship. I was working in Punjab University as a lecturer at that time. We were given that scholarship as a faculty development scholarship, and there was never a question that we're not going to come back. That was something which was given to us for the purpose of developing us, so that we can come back. And
you took it very, you showed a very responsible behavior towards what opportunity had been given to you.
Yes, that's something.
This is my personal opinion. I believe that Asian students, they have way more potential as compared to those who are, if I'll talk about other countries. Is it true or not? I do not have exposure to,
Asian students are very hardworking. They are very much focused on their objectives of education.
Right.
They are very good in English.
Okay.
English language.
Which is very strange to me.
Yes. Because I have...
it's about language or communication?
Communication.
Or confidence?
Confidence. They've got confidence. They're very good in English. I studied with people from number of ethnicities and nationalities. I'm not going to name, but people from other nationalities, they have, their English communication is always something which is struggled, which they speak with the struggle.
It's a tool. It's a basic tool you are holding in your hand.
Yes, absolutely. But Asian students, particularly Pakistani students, Indian students also have an accent.
Right.
They're also a little bit, but they're fine as well. Asian students, probably because of the British rule and because of the adoption of English, with a lot of emphasis. We
Right.
give a lot of
Yeah.
emphasis about speaking
It's very
English.
famous as well.
It has got its advantages and it has got its disadvantages, but the thing which
But I think
makes
it's complemented with the confidence, with the
Yes.
flavor of confidence they're
absolutely.
carrying with them.
Yes, absolutely. So that is something which gives them a distinction
Right.
in a lot of students which are studying abroad. So Asian students do perform very well.
So I had
So-
that. I mean, my opinion was somewhere right.
But a very important aspect is also that particularly Muslim students, they have faith in their abilities and also faith
Agree.
in the Almighty
Mm.
Allah. So that I think makes a difference because
A lot of preference. I mean, my children, whenever they have to do something different, every time they call me up and they say, even from their colleges or universities, they say, Mama, do istikhara, I have to do this. Tell me if I have to do this or not. And I say, Beta, you have to do it yourself. Istikhara, you have to do it yourself.
yeah.
I mean, but I really enjoy this part of the story as well.
Yeah. So there's a lot of, I think, because my work is also in positivity literature, and that also emphasizes the importance of prayer and faith, and whatever faith that you have, it has to be strong,
It's well
and
done.
it actually gives results. It has
It's the
outcomes.
topping of everything.
Yeah, it has outcomes. It makes you a more confident person.
Agree.
It makes you confident in your abilities and in the things that you do. So you think that you've got a support, a transcendental
works.
support from the Supreme Being. So it adds to your confidence, and definitely when you have more confidence, you're able to give better outcomes.
Agreed to
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
So Sania, since you seem very passionate about your work, the incubation center you're working in, and everything, and you are very much, articulate about whatever is happening in that incubation center. Where do you look your, the work you have started after 5 years? What do you think you must be able to achieve?
Well, in 5 years, the incubation process is something which is which doesn't have a very much defined trajectory.
Right.
Sometimes the success of startups is about 10%.
Right.
So if there are 100 startups, 10 are going to actually survive a year of successful operations, and then as the time goes on, the numbers
So it's
get
a very,
become
diffusive process. Diffusion is going to
yes,
occur.
it
and
is
it's going
something
to-
which is risky, which is something which is not very much predictable, because with startups, with entrepreneurs, it's all about the person who is the founder, the team which is the founder. Sometimes what happens is that they start with a lot of passion, but then they get a job somewhere, and
yes,
the whole thing collapses. The whole passion just goes down.
Try to give a lot of
Yeah.
energy, resources, and everything to it when I'm getting particular amount by
Yes, so some people so entrepreneurship is something for which you really need to be passionate about, and again you really need to have a lot of faith in yourself and in the
Risk.
thing
You're able to
yes, absolutely. So and you're really strong that yes, this is something which I can do. But the thing is that mindsets can be changed. So
Right.
what we're doing is that in incubation centers, we are giving them that kind of training, that kind of exposure, that kind of they meet with people who have established successful startups. So that gives them a kind of a vicarious experience that yes, well, that can do that kind of stuff. So I can also do it, and we train them. Particularly people from the science backgrounds who haven't had any business education, we train them for different kind of skills. How to.
So a science student can be a part and parcel of this
Yes,
incubation
definitely.
center as well.
That's the whole idea about that. The business incubation center. You said we in the university we are doing things in a very stepwise manner. So first we do.
I used to go to Punjab University's library. Just imagine to
It's a beautiful place. It's
It's a huge set of, but there were huge, set of books there.
Yes.
And now I see my children, by the click, they are having libraries at home, and I
Yes.
tell them stories that how we used to go there, search for a one book, and it was sometimes we never used to get that. There was a lot of struggle required at the time.
Yes, education has become a lot more easier, but it makes it a lot more complex
Challenging
as well. A lot more challenging as well, because everything that 20 years ago, we had to go to the library to get a book and then read it and then be able to do something about it. Now we can download 20 books in
Retention,
20 minutes,
application, and a lot more.
and then because you've got those 20 books, that's
you
the
have to go
opportunity
through.
that you've got to deal with. So 20 books
Generalize everything in
yes,
accordance.
actually. So you've got to select what you've got to study, what what you don't need to read,
Right.
and so now you've got to make a lot of decision about which information it's all about your choice. The information is unlimitedly available, and it's about your choice. What do you, for example, if you use the social media platforms, the kind of advertising that you will be exposed to is the kind of clicks that you make, and then the kind of
It's like more and more, and exploring more and more, and going deep and deep and deep, and
Yeah.
extracting out
yes,
whatever is
that's
specifically
very
required.
much challenging. That's very much complex. You really need to be very much focused about what is the objective of your,
Right.
using this platform. Why are you using LinkedIn? Why are you using Twitter? What kind of channels are you following? What kind of information are you taking in? Earlier information was something which was given to you.
Right.
Now information is something which you seek yourself.
You have to
So
discover,
you've got to make a
explore.
choice.
Bilkul.
And it's all your responsibility, whether what you're learning or what you're seeing is something which is going to benefit you.
Smart work, Iris.
Smart.
Rather is very
Yes,
much required. Now,
absolutely.
our time it was hard work.
Yes, that was hard work, but now it is very
It's a
much
smart
smart work. So
Thank you
very
so
well said.
much, Sania, for joining us today and sharing a beautiful piece of information with us. And seriously, very excited to know that you have done your doctorate in a subject that is all about positivity.
Thank you so much.
for
I'm very
sharing.
much happy about that, and I feel blessed to be working on some kind of topic like that. So
Looking forward to see you again.
Thank you so much. Thank you
Take
very
good
much.
care.